Hi guys, it's Kamau. Welcome back to my channel. I'm doing a video now about being self-made, this whole concept of being self-made. What exactly is it to be self-made? And the other day, not so long ago, I heard someone, a very popular entertainer, he was being interviewed and he made the statement that he was self-made. And a lot of persons were coming down on him and saying, "You are so arrogant, how dare you talk about being self-made? Don't you think that you needed us, the fans, to support you, because without our support, you would not have made it?" And he was insisting, say, "Yes, you supported me. I mean, everybody in business needs support. That's not the point. The point is, what did I do to get to where I am?" So I'm going to look at that, What does it mean to be self-made? Can you really practically say, I was self-made? In my opinion, you definitely can. And I would side with that entertainer. Clearly, I don't want to call the person's name because he is not the point. The point is, this whole concept that we're talking about. I would side with him because, yes, everything that you do, you're going to need patrons, you're going to need supporters. Everything. Whether you, no matter how you start, no matter how much collateral you had, or you're starting from scratch, it's the supporters who, it's an exchange, it's a service you're giving. It's not like they donated money to you. It's a service. Like, I remember, like, something would happen and, a parent might say, with regards to my school, for example, a parent might make a remark. Because over the years I've had, little issues with parents, and they might say, well, similar to what was said of this entrepreneur, we made you, if it wasn't for our students, your school would not be running. But I'm saying, no. Whatever I do, or let's say you pay the tuition. If I take that money and I do something, it's not you doing it, You paid for a service. The service was the education of your child. You got that. That was the exchange. Now it is my money. So it's my money that's doing whatever it is I'm doing. It's not you who are doing it. You already got what you paid for. So I'm saying, yes, whatever business you're in, you need supporters, but it's an exchange. They're not donating the money to you. You're giving them something in exchange, whether it's a service, entertainment, or an actual good. You're exchanging. So they don't have claim to the money anymore. They got what they paid for. So whatever you take that and do is you do it. You're doing it with your money that you earned. So I'm going to run down a number of points that I think would qualify someone to say that they are self-made. Number one, you start from scratch. You're building the thing up from ground zero. No, it doesn't mean that it can mean you had zilch, zero money, and you just gradually, maybe you provided a service that you were paid for and you save that and you turn it over, you reinvest, you turn it over. It can literally mean you had not a dime to your name. It can mean that, no collateral, and you literally started from ground zero and turnover. But it could also mean maybe you inherited some money and you decided to invest that and to turn it into something, to turn it over, because many people invest things and squander it. But you check them next year, they have nothing to show. And many times we have relatives who work so hard for decades and decades, and they save, and then they leave it to you, and because you don't know the value of it, because you didn't earn it, so you don't know how to keep it. You have not a clue how it was earned, so you don't know how to preserve it. And within a very short time, it's gone. You blow it off. So you can inherit some money. That to me is starting from scratch. I'm not talking like some people whose dad gave them a loan of $1 million US. That is probably not starting from scratch, right? But you get a little money from your auntie died, your grandma died, give you some money, and you use your resourcefulness, your ambition, your business sense to turn it over and keep turning it over and keep turning it over. Sometimes making no profit in the beginning, or putting back all the profits, reinvesting the profit, earning no salary. Many times you start a business, you don't earn a salary for months, years. And sometimes you have to be paying your employees, and you yourself get nothing really, because you're turning it over because of your long-term vision. So that might be the case, or you might have a partner, an investor, who comes on board, and the two of you, or however number of you, pour your funds, and you start from there, right? So that's my first definition. You're starting from ground zero. You're building it up from there, stock by stock, level by level, layer by layer, gradually rising. So that's my first point. My second point, somebody who is self-made, you check it and you will see they had this vision years, sometimes from their children, and they hold fast to the vision. They don't allow anybody to take that vision from them, to belittle that vision, to badmine it, as we say in Jamaica. They hold fast to it. They believe in their vision, and they dream big. They think big. They're not scared to say, I'm going to do this great thing, because some people will tell you, oh, that's too big, that's impossible, you're not going to do that. No, it's not too big. It's not too big, and they hold on to that. No matter the naysayers, they dream big. Or they might start small and they keep getting bigger, to the point where they can provide opportunity for others. They can provide jobs for others, resources that other persons can use, right? And they don't only seize opportunities that come. These people create opportunities for themselves. They don't sit around waiting. I was talking to someone the other day, and the person was saying, oh, when will I get a break? When am I going to get a break? And this person is pretty much just sitting there waiting for the break. No, you have to go out and do things. You have to put some effort into it. The break is not going to come and sit in your lap. You go out there and you look for it. You hunt it down like you're hungry for it. My next point, these persons defy the odds. And many times your very friends and relatives tell you, no, this is definitely not going to work. Banks turn you down, can't get a loan, nobody believes in the vision, the odds are so much against you. But guess what? You believe in yourself. You believe in yourself, and you hold. No matter how they laugh, and some of these are the same persons who, when they laugh, they're the same ones come back and telling you, oh, I always believed in you, I knew you could do it. And they're the ones coming now to get advice, coming for partnership, coming for collaboration, after you went through the rigors and prove that it was possible, then the bandwagonist mentality. People love, if the world loves a winner, they don't like when you're just starting or when you're toiling. Sometimes they don't even know the toil that you put in. So they're gonna come and say, oh, you're so lucky, you're so blessed, you're so favored, you're so fortunate. No. It's hard work that sometimes when they're in their bed sleeping, or they're partying, or they're whatever, having fun, you are there putting in the work and they have no clue. They don't know the sacrifices. So sometimes they take their money and they buy fancy this, fancy that, and you're putting your money into some hardcore investment, and then they see the results and they're going to talk about luck and chance and fortune and blessed and favored. Well, maybe you are blessed and favored by whomever the source you want to attribute that to. Maybe some of that is at work, but 99% of it is effort. Persistent, consistent effort. People who are self-made put in persistent, consistent effort. And I should add to that, insistent. They insist, they are consistent, and they persist. In spite of the odds, in spite of the laughing, in spite of the pointing, the ridicule, they just turn a blind eye to it. And the horse with the visor on, those thoroughbreds, when they're going down the home stretch and the visor, they're just looking straight ahead. That kind of person is self-made, because you have to keep motivating yourself, inspiring yourself when nobody else believes in the vision. You have to keep believing. That's a self-made person. So whether you're going to patronize this person or not, you are not the one making them. Your patronage is in exchange for a good or a service, and you got what you paid for. So don't lay claim to the success. My third point, I think is the fourth point. People who are self-made, they do everything to promote themselves, to promote their business, their enterprise. They will put out ads, they'll be making business cards and distributing them, distributing flyers, promoting in every platform available to them, whether it's paid promotion or free promotion, putting themselves in the position, attending workshops, attending seminars, attending conferences, inviting themselves to these places, paying money, paying the plane fare, paying whatever to go, because it's an investment. Put yourself in the position to meet the people who are going to take you higher. So you have to get your own publicity. I remember when I was young, when I was in sixth form, they used to tease me because all I kept saying was, I can get my own publicity. I was 16. I went to the editor of a newspaper and said, you need to write an article about me. And this man never knew who I was. And he wrote the article. So you have to put yourself in the place where you're going to get the exposure that you need to take you to that other level. People who are self-made, they know this instinctively. They are born with this, or they learn it very quickly, that you're not going to depend on somebody else to promote you. Put yourself out there. Put your good, your service, whatever it is, put it out there. And then it will spread by word of mouth too, because if it's quality, if it's a quality service or a quality product, people will tell other persons about it. But you first have to get on the TV, get on the radio, get in the newspaper, get on wherever the platform is, that will give you the exposure. You know, if it means you have to make deals, collaborate with other persons who can give you that additional exposure. So my last point is people who are self-made are constantly working to improve the quality of their product or their service, themselves in general. So they're always going to be taking courses on how to improve, watching videos, reading books, paying to go to seminars and so on, as I said, to improve the quality of what they have to offer. Always. They don't settle, they don't think that they have arrived and then they become complacent. No. Always seeing how they can improve. So I'm going to leave with the last word. Being self-made doesn't mean you didn't get any help, right? And if you help someone to build their thing, don't go and try to claim their success. You paid for a service or a product, you got what you paid for. Allow the person to benefit from their hard work and to claim their self-made, that they're self-made. Don't try and rob them of that. They started from down there, they reach up here. And you want to say just because you paid for something, you bought the record, you bought the book, you got a service, you got what you paid for. Leave the people alone. Alright, so that's my 2 penny on the topic of being self-made. Let me know what you think. Do you agree with me or not? Are you self-made? Tell me where you started from, where you are now. How did you get there? I'm interested in knowing, and I'll catch you next time.